Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to today's edition of Divine Corporate Immigration Update. We opened our, in my case, virtual editions of newspapers and Forbes and Wall Street Journal have business immigration and H-1B visas all over the front page. Again, what's going on, Danielle?
So, as was promised in March and again in June in the presidential proclamations that were put in place, we see several regulations coming down effective tomorrow from Department of Labor and Department of Homeland Security, specifically around the H-1B program.
So, the administration wants to make it difficult for employers to hire international talent, specifically in H-1B visa realm. And it looks like it achieves its goal. It's attention grabbing. It generates headlines. In effect, though, it comes down to 4 issues. And we did the analysis this morning, and it doesn't look like it's annoying. It's a time waster. It's also very wrong to scare businesses into being unable to hire international talent. But it comes down to literally 4 issues. What are they, Danielle?
So the first issue comes from DOL. It's an increased prevailing wage amount for the 4 levels that we use in deciding what wage is to be paid to the foreign national. The recommended increase, or we'll see what happens, but the recommended increase is 45%, starting at level 1. So the wage levels are going to increase significantly.
And like most regulations that come down regarding H-1B from DOL and USCIS, it is likely going to be challenged in court and likely going to be struck down because it's completely capricious and unreasonable. At the same time, we know that our clients, the employers, already pay more than prevailing wage, so it's a red herring issue. It's not a real issue. So for most of our clients, it's business as usual. The second issue is narrowing down the acceptable degrees. Currently, the regulation allows a degree required for the H-1B occupation or a related degree. They want to make it directly related. Again, you know, it's just red meat for supporters thinking that H-1B is going to be banned. H-1B category is going to be banned. In effect, our clients already are suffering from insufficient labor in high computer science or actuarial or physicians categories. How are you going to restrict a doctor who is a pulmonologist or a dentist? They already have the right degrees, and employers are doing the right thing anyway. So, and what's the 4th issue?
So the third is the
client side.
So number 3 is restricting those H-1B workers who are put on client sites. Third-party placement is what they're called in the industry. Specific restriction there is that they will no longer give them a full 3 years of H-1B status. They're only limited to 1 year. On top of that, they're incorporating a bunch of the control memos that we've been using since 2010 into the regulation. So
and the previous, thank you, Danielle, the previous attempt to limit this was struck down by the court. So we expect this is going to happen again. So lots of noise, lots of aggravation and time wasting, but really probably no substance here. And the last issue is, they need to keep ICE agents and DOL and USCIS agents busy. So they are going to do more audits.
Correct, yeah. Many tens of thousands of audits. So in the last kind of fiscal year, they had over 20,000 audits, and they're recommending an increase of that and showing, how many bad non-compliant employers they found. And so from here, our clients are already prepared, right? We audit their public access files, and so it's recommended to continue the vigilance there.
So you need to ask yourself, am I ready if DOL comes and wants to edit my H-1B public access file, LCA files? If not, you need to get ready. So bottom line, 4 issues: prevailing wage, keep the course, keep paying higher than prevailing wage, narrowing down degrees, make sure that everybody who gets hired in a separate specific category gets the correct degree. Third-party client side, not a big issue, or if it becomes your issue, either plan accordingly, or if you're using third-party providers, maybe you need to think about converting them into employees. Either way, business planning. And are you ready for an LCA H-1B audit from the government? If not, go ahead and get ready. That's all we had today. We wish we didn't have to spend time reading the useless regulations that are interfering with our clients' ability to normally plan their business, but that's the nature of business immigration anymore. Danielle, last comment before we finish today.
Yeah, I think we're just going to keep trucking along. So the last comment is to stay the course as you